Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back, my G4 family. How are you doing today? Episode 3 of Insurgency Sandstorm. And this is a beginner series. This is for if you're new to the game. And today we are going to show you how to build your first loadout. Now it's important that you watch the first 2 episodes. It will show you how to navigate the menu, and more importantly, it will show you and explain a little bit about how the loadout screen actually works, and that one will save you a bit of time. So let's get into it. Let's build our first loadout. Are you excited? Yes, let's do it. Given that this is a beginner series, I've hopped onto my other account for now, and I'm going to show you how to customize or make a loadout. Now, keep in mind, this is not it's not going to be a recommendation on a build for any kind of particular weapon. It's merely, all I'm showing you here is just how the mechanics of the loadout work, how to do it, and all that good stuff. So just please keep that in mind. I will be doing some suggested builds in future episodes, but this is really just to show you how it all works. So when you first load up the game and you've gone through and you've done, you know how your menus work, and I've explained the right hand side of this screen, you will see this screen here. Now, the only one that will be open to you straight out the gate is Rifleman, but as you play the game, as you can see, these will start to open up. So all you have to do to unlock these is just play the game. So Rifleman, basically the Rifleman class will have all assault rifles. Breacher class is very easy to open up if you go through the tutorials and whatnot. That's SMGs and shotguns. So we're going to concentrate on the Rifleman class today for our loadout, but you can do that. You can do this at any time that you like, but as I said, this is just to start off. This is you as a noob, first time you ever touched the game. Make sure you watch my last video on that right hand side of the loadout screen. Once you understand that right hand side, and I will leave a link at the end of this video to that particular explanation, what you do is you come to Rifleman right here and you click on it, and it will bring you into this screen. Now, I tend to like to build my weapons loadout from the bottom up. Up to you how you want to do it. This is how I do it. You will see you have so what we're going to do is we're going to actually clear this. So we're going to remove everything from this loadout, completely everything. So you have 15 points. You'll see at the bottom you have 15 points to spend, and you can see it. There's a little description there. So the first thing that I always put on my classes is accessories is a gas mask. Absolutely crucial that you have a gas mask on. Armor I don't really worry about at this point, but basically all you have to do is just click into these. I'd go with light carrier. That gives you some extra ammunition to carry around, and now we have 13 points. So generally what I'll do is pick a gas mask, pick light carrier, and then I go to my primary weapon. Now for this class you have several assault rifles that you can pick, and if you pay kind of close attention, you'll see that the M16 is two points, right through to the VHS2, which is 5 points. So you need to be conscious of that fact that it's going to cost you a little bit more for some of these guns, just to get the base gun. So up to you what you want to do. I will be doing recommendations, as I said earlier, but we're just going to pick for now. We're just going to pick the AUG A3, and then as soon as you click on it, you're going to get this screen, and it's going to give you a number of things. So aesthetics, ammo, optics, barrel, underbarrel, and side rail. And depending on what class you're using, and depending on what gun you're using, this may well change. So we'll click off the AUG and we'll go to another gun. and yeah, you can see there's a magazine suddenly turned up and a miscellaneous turned up. So with a number of these guns, these attachments will vary from gun to gun, so just be aware of that. So what we might do is we might do the G36K because it's got the extra attachments. Now, depending on which version of the game you get, you might get some weapons camos straight out the bat. So up to you if you want to put a weapon camo on or not on. It doesn't really affect. It's not going to cost you any points. Ammo tracer rounds, it's 0. If you want to have them on, have them on. I generally don't. I'll leave them off. Optics. So here are the optics, and they all cost different amounts of supply points. If you're happy with just a hollow point, you can go with that. Red dots, all kinds of stuff. But what I suggest and what I generally do is I use one that has 2 different sights on it. So 1 times holographic has 2 different sights, and if you look at on the top of the gun there, you can just see that there is a change in that optic compared to the holographic. But again, this is down to personal preference. Play around with those, see what works for you, and pick the one that works for you. We're going to go with my favorite sight, which is the 1 times holographic, but again, up to you. Barrels, again, when you when you highlight this, it will tell you what each of these do. Compensator attachment to the end of the barrel reduces horizontal recoil. If your gun has a lot of horizontal recoil. Flash hider hides the muzzle flash. I generally use a flash hider. Again, up to you what you want to do. Underbarrel, there's a whole lot of options there. Quick draw grip, smoke launcher, all kinds of stuff. Play the game, play around with these, see what works for you. I generally go for either loading grip or aiming grip. So you'll see down the bottom, we only have 4 supply points left. So already we've kind of spent a lot of points on the gun. So with 4 points left, you can either put a secondary in if you want to have a secondary in, or put some explosives in. I always suggest that you at least have some smoke, at least 1 if not 2. So put that in next, and then if you want to put armor on, it'll cost you 1 point. I generally don't run with armor because it doesn't give you a huge benefit, but again, if you have the points to spend and you want to put armor in, please do. Up to you. I generally like to run extended mags. Side rail, the laser's good if you're hip firing. So if you're hip firing or you get caught, laser sight's good, but up to you. We're going to put it on for now, and there we go. We've done our first loadout. We're ready to go. Of course, you can add smokes. You could add armor in that case. Just up to you what you want in your loadout, and that's as simple as it is. Now, what you can then do is hit this plus sign here. Name your loadout. I'm just going to call it G3. Save it. Make sure that before you exit this screen, you see down in the bottom left it says B, save loadout. We'll save it, and you're done. You've done your first loadout, and it's been done for security during the day in Versus. Now, again, as I said earlier, and I've said a couple times, watch my beginner series guide on missing loadouts. It's very, very important that you do that. Just to check that that's there. There you go. If we go to default, it will go to there. If we go to G3, there is your loadout, and you can then build. You can build as many loadouts as you like there, and then save them as a preset. You can see if I make a mistake here and I put on the wrong attachment, all you have to do is just come down here, say the flash hider for instance, As soon as I highlight the flash hider, have a look down in the bottom there. You've got back A, customize, and then RT, remove flash hider. So I can remove that and it'll put the point back into my supply pool. So again, play around with these, see what works for you, and once you're happy with it, save it as a preset and you're good. And you're going to have to do that for your security day and night and your insurgents day and night, and depending on what game type you're playing, you're going to have to make them for that. So if I just to show you in the insurgents category, if I go into rifleman now, there is nothing there. So I've only built this for the security faction in rifleman for day in the versus mode. So there you go, that's how to build your first loadout. I hope that has been useful for you. If it has, let me know down in the comments below. A like rating is always appreciated. And next up, we'll show you how to build your character and customize your character. Hope you enjoyed it, guys. Catch you next time on the channel. See ya.